What is up? Welcome back. It is Science HD, but it's not just any Science HD. It is the last Science HD of the season. So welcome if you made it. Thank you so much for making it live. That's crazy. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching on YouTube. We appreciate it so much. And oh, there is a thingy on Rose's camera. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Sorry. The truth is out. Yes, we use Discord. Little unprofessional. Oops. We all make mistakes. So, yes. Welcome back to Science HD, folks. I'm your host with the most, I guess I have a pretty good chunk. And then we have the other host with the more.
Hello.
Rose is back.
I am.
So season 1 has been crazy. Let's just quickly, of course, recap. I'm pulling up things like chat on my iPad because I have so much going on because it's this in the last episode. We started just talking about science and stuff like that. And then it was like both of us. And then we got an in-person episode. That was cool. Everyone loved that.
Those are the best.
Yeah,
In-person's great.
Yeah, and then people just started talking to us. We started talking back. It felt like a podcast, like a legit. And then we had to go back because we don't live with each other. And yeah, we've had good conversations, and we've had 13 episodes now. And it's been all summer, and the summer is coming down to an end, and we're about to go back to school. So I think we're ending the season 1 because it's kind of like its own era. Now we're gonna start a new era, and we'll start it up sometime. No guarantees. That's why I'm calling it season 2. And whenever it starts up, it will be good. What I want from it is guests, so it's not just us, and then definitely a guest if one of us can't make it. And then other new things like stickers or something, or shirts, and stuff like that.
Just maybe some stickers,
sweatshirts and stuff.
I do want to design those. I think that'll be really cool.
Maybe not for sale. Maybe like a giveaway exclusive. But
yeah. Unless there's enough interest. If there's some people that would be like, I would buy that.
Yeah.
Sell it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind either. So that's all, up in the air. We like to dream.
Season 2 stuff,
Yeah, we love to dream. But before we dream, we must first work enough energy to sleep. And what better way to work off energy than to have our season 1 finale, Rose? No better way. That was a rhetorical question. Madison, I sent you a PowerPoint. I shared it with you on your email, the regular email you use. And it's just for following along because I'm about to do my first segment, which I'm pretty proud of. Now, you might see some things on this table. I've got lots of rocks. These are our guests tonight. We have 6 guests, including a very big guest. So stay tuned to see what these guests have in store for not just you, but me too, because I don't know what's inside of them, and they're all geodes. If you don't know what a geode is, stay tuned. We're going to smash it with a hammer. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. We have our first segment. Can you hear the love tonight? Can you hear the love tonight? So I got this. We have a raid incoming. Thank you, dude, man. I've been I've been having a good conversation with Dude Man all day today. And so I really appreciate you stopping by, saying what's good. And damn, Dude Man. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyways, first segment, perfect timing. It's can you hear the love tonight? Not feel, hear, because we're gonna just listen. So I basically created a list of answers to these sounds I have, and you guys are gonna get 4 pictures like this. Boom. I don't know if you're on the slideshow, Rose, but I'm on that first slide with a.
Yeah, I'm moving along with it.
Yeah, with a hyena. That's a wolverine to the right of the hyena. I'm just gonna work around in a circle. Then that's a coyote, not a wolf. And then that's a vulpus, aka a fox, on the bottom. So now I want y'all to think hard. Now, Madison, if you want to start a poll, that'd be awesome. Just since this is the first one, I want y'all to think hard, real hard. What animal you think this noise belongs to out of the 4? And let me find it. I have like a list of noises. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. This one might be a little easy, but I'll do it again. Let me know if you can't hear it. Let me know if it's too quiet. I'll do my best to turn it up, although I don't think I can turn this one up. I'll do it again.
I think I'm gonna mute myself so I can listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe I won't, because it doesn't want to mute.
So I'm seeing a fox. I'm for sure seeing a fox. This one's actually it's. I think it's easy because I know the answer. I think that's what's the messed up part. But we'll see. I almost want to get off the answer because that much time has passed. I don't know if the poll. I don't think there was a poll that started, which is fine. No worries. So I'll give the answer. Rose, do you have any answer? If you've heard it yet?
My guess is hyena.
Hyena?
That's my guess, yep.
All right. The answer is hyena. It's hyena. Sorry, Madison. So yes, next one. Good job if y'all got that one in chat, by the way. I saw some hyenas, but I also saw some foxes, so I threw that one in there. I tried throwing you off. So next one, we're moving on to a different type of animal. I'm actually quite excited for this one. We either have a basilisk, which is a lizard that can run on water for a short period of time. Really cool animal. Don't know how it adapted to that, but it did. Then we have one that stays underwater for a very long time, and that's an alligator. Then we have one that's venomous and could probably kill you easily. Also, just like an alligator, but venomous. That's Komodo dragon. And then iguana, which is not really that harmful, but they do like swimming. All these guys like swimming except for Komodo dragon, I'm pretty sure. And reading Wolverine sounds like an Australian. True. And a really buff guy. Just wait till Gas and Burn gets in here. Has to defend all of Australia. So here's the noise for this one. I'm playing on repeat. I'm just gonna keep spamming it. That is the correct answer is Dude Band waking up. Good job. Sweet. All jokes, man. All jokes. Also, this isn't really like the most sciencey thing. I just wanted to do something fun for once. I meant not for once, but like an activity.
It's still sciencey.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it's sciencey.
And like some level, yeah. I think I have my guess.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sorry
like
I didn't
so when I
better
mute
prepare.
myself, there's at
It
least
did
like
work.
a 20. When I mute myself, there's like at least like a 30-second lag, so it takes me a second to hear it.
Right, yeah. Which means you don't have to play it if you don't want it. But
Oh, but I want
if you
to
have
hear
a
it.
guess, I know. Do you have a guess?
I do. My guess is an alligator.
Alligator?
Yep.
All right. So the correct answer is, by the way, the poll did work. I think it was up there for at least 2 seconds. Is a Komodo dragon. Dun, dun, dun.
Really?
Komodo dragon. Yeah, really, really.
Do the other, you know, an alligator kind of makes like a similar hissing noise, I think.
Yeah,
But
it sounds
does the
like.
basilisk and the iguana make a noise?
Yeah, I think they probably do, but I have no idea what noise that sounds like. I especially don't know what a basilisk sounds like, because a lot of lizards that size I've never actually heard make a noise that I can know off the top of my head at least.
I wonder, because like, you know, like turtles don't have vocal cords, so they just make like a hissing noise too. Like, I wonder if they have a similar.
Yeah, turtles basically
thing.
just breathe louder. Especially a
They're more
tortoise.
aggressive.
A tortoise, here's what a tortoise sounds like. Seriously, I've worked with one. It's like a zombie from Minecraft, but a little
That
bit
was
different.
Minecraft.
It was. That one was Minecraft. But I mean, it goes like, it's like something like that. I don't know. At least the big ones.
Is it lower like that too because it's a tortoise, like bigger?
Yes,
I don't know.
and it actually does sound like
Really?
a zombie from Minecraft, like legit.
Maybe that's where they got the inspiration from.
Yeah. All right, next one. These are easy animals to identify,
Anyway.
although there are 2 different types of pigs up here. We've got, starting at the top left, a hippopotamus, aka the hippo. Oh wait, here's a lizard button right here. Let's listen to what a lizard sounds like. Sounds like someone farting. Hold on. Okay. That's what a lizard sounds like according to this place I'm at. I don't want to give it away yet. But anyways, moving on to the next one. We got a hippo. And then we have a red river hog. A warthog. And a rhino. Whenever you see a poll up there, feel free to click whatever after you hear this sound. Hippo, red river hog, which is top right. Rhino, bottom right. Warthog, you know, like Lion King, bottom left. I made this one. Awesome. I like this. I like this slide. This is a good slide. I'm going to do it again. I'm seeing 2 warthogs. 1 rhino. Remember, vote in that poll, homies. Vote in that poll. Oh, I'm seeing warthog to the max. Warthog.
Sounds like Pumbaa. Right? There's a scene where he makes like an actual like warthog noise.
Yeah, I tried picking things that all look like they would just make this noise. Like that, honestly, I could see all of them making that noise. Maybe not so much the rhino.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you put some of these together, you'd probably think it's the same, like animal, just making a different type of noise. So, do you have a guess?
I'm guessing warthog.
I've only seen warthogs and 2 rhinos. I don't know how the poll did, but we're about to find out after the correct answer being hippopotamus.
What? The hippo?
That's the hippo.
Oh. That got me good.
Yeah.
I was like, I was pretty confident in that answer. Like, that's the warthog. Like, that sounds like the warthog. The
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah, so I think we talked about hippos earlier this season, and the coolest thing about hippos for me was that they're basically nocturnal, or at least the ones in Africa. I know there's an invasive species in South America thanks to Pablo Escobar, and In Africa, at least, they like to stay underwater because their skin will dry out in the baking sun, and then since they have to stay in water all day and they eat land food, they come out at night and eat all night, sleep right before the sun rises, and then they stay awake all day or sleep underwater. And when they sleep underwater, they have the ability to be in deep sleep and come up for breaths.
That's neat.
It's crazy. Go back. I don't remember what episode I was talking about that on, though.
Is it true that hippos sweat pink? Is it hippos that do that?
Oh, that's another great point. So a lot of people say they sweat pink. It actually looks like blood, and it's a natural antiseptic because they battle each other. So they have two big teeth on the bottom right here.
Yeah.
And here, Madison, I'll throw up the next slide so you can get ready on that poll. But actually, you're not going to be able to know what half those are. Because there's only one ferret on there, and the other two look like ferrets. So, oops. But anyways, they sweat a natural antiseptic that is the same color as blood, but it's not blood at all, and that's why they say some people say they sweat pink. So yes, they definitely do have like reddish, pinkish sweat, but it helps them heal their scars from battling each other because they have two large teeth on the bottom, and that is not for eating. It is for killing each other over mates. So,
do you know? Is there like is it like a chemical within the sweat that makes it pink? Or is there like
probably
is there a reason why it's pink, like evolutionary wise?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about color because that's very specific. But yeah, I don't know.
Also, I think we have to bring some attention to the Pablo Escobar comment because people in the chat are interested.
Oh, so for the people that don't know, sorry, I just assumed everyone knew. My bad. Pablo Escobar, I'm pretty sure, is the drug lord in mind. He's a drug lord that... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing these. Thank you, Blessings. Thank you, Asparagus, for the hydrate redeems. You guys are going to make me run out of water. But Pablo Escobar is the drug lord from Colombia, I think. But anyways, he owned some property in South America somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. But it was close to a wet forest. I don't know if it's the rainforest, but just know it's in South America and there's a lot of water around. And he owned exotic animals. But then then that includes a population of hippos. And then he gets taken to jail or whatever, and his property's just sitting there, and the hippos get released into the wild, and they're not dying. So there's hippos on a part of there's hippos in the world that are invasive species to South America.
Huh. All because of Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. Thank you, more people, for the redeems. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. So up here, I've already typed in chat for my moderator for the poll, but we have a badger. I picked everything that looks the same, but they're all different. A badger, a marten, which is top right, badger starting top left, a fisher, so just fisher. Some people call them fisher cats, but they're not cats at all. They're actually a type of weasel or mustelid, and these last three are all mustelids, but they're all different species. So that bottom right is a fisher. And then, of course, the domestic ferret is on the bottom left. And those guys are good pets. But if you're going to get them as a pet, get more than one. Because they get lonely sometimes, man. Just like rats. Dang, you guys are really trying to drain me of my water. I'm going to have to move to, like, something else. So yes, here is the next sound. I'm laughing because this one's really hard. It's honestly just a good, whoever is best at guessing.
Okay, I gotta think about this one.
That's why I just keep playing it. Maybe people can visualize it better when I just keep pressing the button.
I think I'm definitely stuck between the martin and the fisher.
Top right is a martin, by the way, asparagus.
Yeah. Oh.
And there's one. It's
And
so
then
cute.
I think I'm gonna guess the fisher.
Okay.
I don't know why, but the photo just kind of makes it sounded like it was laughing at me, and I think the photo makes it look like it's laughing at me.
Sometimes some of these I actually did purposely choose these photos. I don't think so much on this one, except for they all look like they're in the same position. Basically, they're all looking to the left almost. And they all look the same. Badger, I don't think it might be more closely to a rodent. I actually don't know what it's related to. But the last three, it's kind of unfair for me because they're all types of weasels, I'm pretty sure. So it's just who is best guessing, and I wanted to enlighten people that the sound that this animal, or the animal that makes the sound, is. Gotta hydrate. A ferret.
Dang.
A ferret.
I mean, okay, question.
Yeah.
Are they all part? You might have already said this. Are they all part of like the same like family or whatever the word is? Because they all look so similar.
I
So
think they're all
do
part
the
of the
other ones
same.
make a similar noise too?
Oh my gosh. So this is a taxonomy question. By the way, Kennedy keeps getting all these moose droplets. She keeps winning all these ones. Or at least I keep seeing her name pop up. Maybe more people are winning too, but they're all okay. So I don't remember if it's, there's so many levels to taxonomy, and I'll get to it later more in season 2 because taxonomy is amazing, especially if you like animals, and it's really cool to learn. And basically what it is classifying animals into animals. Okay, what type of animal? Okay, what type of that type? All right, what type of that type? All the way down to Kodiak bear. Then working backwards would be Kodiak bear, which is just Ursus something. And then mammal, okay? Then it's a vertebrate. And then it's yada yada. So,
Right.
yeah. It's a lot to memorize, and I don't remember what level they all share, but they share one of those levels, and they separate off into their own thing to consider themselves their own species. Except for that badger, I think might be different. But
Well, I think that's the only one that I was thinking would be different.
but it looks like a ferret, so like a ferret's like big cousin or something.
Is there okay? Maybe this is a dumb question, but like the video "What Would Honey Badger Do"? Is that the same kind of badger, or is that a different badger?
So that's but this right here is badger.
Okay.
Honey badger looks completely different, and it's in a different continent, I think. And I'm trying to catch up on my hydrates. I can never keep up with chat when it's bumping, which is good. So please use the highlight message function because I will totally forget. So up next we have, I had to throw it in there, y'all. I had to. A moose. Come on.
Is that a normal bear?
That is not a normal
Like,
bear.
I was gonna say it's not like a black bear. That's something else.
That is a sun bear. Easy. Sun bear.
Oh.
Now it's the world's smallest bear, and it has a super long tongue, like longer than a giraffe, and it uses that tongue to get honey from within things. Usually when things have long tongues, they want to get in crevices. Except for giraffes, of course, they use that to rope leaves down from the branches, but other than that, think of a giant anteater. What are they trying to do? They're trying to get in crevices. Sun bear, it's trying to get in crevices to get sweet things. Whether it's insects, I don't know if it's so much insects, but it might be more so like honey and stuff like that. So, sun bear. Ugh, what about a koala bear? Sorry, I didn't put them in here. I'll do it next time. The Can You Hear the Love Tonight Part 2, Season 2. You best believe it. Jupiter recognized. Then we have a giant panda after the sun bear. And then lastly is the bison. So Madison, you want to throw the poll up now,
Yeah.
and then moose, sun bear, giant panda, bison. That's the noise. That was a long noise. Gas and Burn, welcome to the season finale, the final episode of Science HD, season 1. That's exactly the noise you want to hear after I say that.
These are all really good animals to put up for this.
I know, and a lot of them are super unrelated. Like, it's either hoofed animals or bears.
God, I've been around bison before when I went out west, and they're similar, if not the same. But I'm also like, a bear can make that noise too, and so can a moose.
Looks like giant panda and moose are taking the ropes on this one.
I love pandas.
No love for the sun bear. Remember, use that poll in chat if you're in chat and wanting to vote.
I like the sun bear. Okay, wait.
Sun bear's not getting any love.
Do I say moose? Would someone that likes moose as much as you do make it moose, or would you just put a moose in there because like it works? Or should that like confuse me?
I'll tell you my mindset of how I thought of this after. I'll play it one more time.
I'm changing I'm gonna go with sun bear.
Sun bear?
Sun bear. Sun bear needs more love.
Alright. Maybe we can make the poll longer too. But the correct answer is bison. Hey. It's a bison. So, yeah, okay, I didn't know if you were talking or not, because I didn't hear anything.
Me? No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I totally just heard nothing, so I was like, everything chill over there.
Face palming myself, because I'm like, gosh dang.
Yeah, I couldn't really make it so I could see you in real time. So
yeah, those are all really good. I didn't think it was a panda.
So I was really proud of this one because I was like, all right, I'm going to choose I'm using a website that I'll tell you after, just in case anyone wants to cheat. I'm making it more fun for those cheaters, where it's just a list of animal noises, right? And so I look at bison, I'm like, let me hear how funky it sounds. Oh, this one sounds like really weird. Sounds like a different cow. Like if a cow was from a different world, that's what this would be. And then I was like, that could be a moose, because moose actually have similar noises, which I could play because I have this funky tool right here. Here's a moose. So it's super similar, but it's a little different. So I was like, okay, that could be a moose or a bison. Honestly, I would probably guess moose because I just like moose better. Now, what also does that sound like? Oh, it could go for a bear. What are some big-ass bears? A giant panda. All right, what's a weird-looking bear? Sun bear. Look at all the wrinkles on that thing's face, man. So, yeah. Nobody thought that sounded like a bison within the polls, so just be careful. I think we have like one or two more. Maybe that was the last one. Nope, we got at least one more. So remember, be quick on those polls, folks. Be quick on those polls, man. And I want to thank everyone for coming out and tuning in. I think this is a pretty high view count since our first episode and our second episode. So thanks for setting records for us. We appreciate the support, babies. These channel points can get you redeems for future streams. And apparently we're handing them out like candy because Gas and Burn just got 3,000. And on every other stream I do freestyles for 5,000. So if that means anything, they're really bad freestyles, but it's a freestyle. Regardless, on to our next. These ones are all easy. We have 3 lookalikes and 1 imposter. We have a camel in the top left. Then we have a sea leopard. I didn't want to do sea lion. I want to do sea leopard. I want to do a sea leopard. Which one's
What?
better,
Wait.
lions or leopards?
I just got into a debate with my sisters about how there's like the sea lion and there's another thing that looks very similar but gets like mixed up. And I know that's like there's like seal
Oh,
and
yeah.
sea lion, which is different.
Seals versus
But
sea lions.
yeah, it's the ears
There's a
flap, isn't
difference. It's the ears, and it's also the way they position their feet. So if you look at a seal laying down, their feet just go straight back. If you look at a sea lion laying down, their feet will curl around facing towards the front. And I think sea leopard's more closely like a seal in appearance, but it's got that pattern like a leopard, and I think it eats a little bit bigger meals. It's the thing that was chasing the penguins in Happy Feet.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, what one was in Happy Feet? Happy Feet.
You need some mustard because you gotta catch up. That scene, it's a good one. But yeah, that's a sea leopard in the top right marine mammal. And then we got an alpaca, and then we got some people confuse them, so I threw it in here. A llama.
What one spits on you? The llama?
Yeah, the
Or the
llama.
alpaca?
Probably both,
Llama,
but
okay.
llama's infamous
Ooh.
for it.
Interesting. What's the difference? Well, I know the difference. But the dromedarian versus camel?
I don't know.
The 2 humps versus 1 hump.
Maybe. I
Dromedary
think that
is 2
sounds
humps,
right.
pretty sure.
Yeah, that dromedary is something closely related, and then yeah. So, anyways, here we go. Depends what shave, and they both get shaved, gas and burn. So I don't know. Maybe one is shaved, one's not. Here's the noise again. It's kind of a short one. It feels like it got cut off. Remember, use that poll. It goes quick. Oh, you got 5 minutes. Also, Mass, you can end the poll early if I like give out the answer too. So don't be worried if it goes over. Let's see. I wonder how many people in chat have ridden or rode. Rode a camel?
Rode a camel?
Ridden a
I
camel?
have.
You have?
I have, yeah. It was, I was young. It was like one of our first big family vacations, I think. And, where was it? I think it was out in Wisconsin, which, I mean, I hope the money went to something good, but I was like 10, so I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
But I rode it on Wednesday, which was hump day at the time because of that, commercial. So cool. And it did this thing, and the guy that was like, leading it told us about it, but like when it went down the hill, its ankle would like flick back weird, almost like similar to as if we were rolling an ankle, but like it didn't hurt the camel. The camel didn't roll its ankle, but like it flicked back weird. So when you're on it, it would like dip down for a second. But
oh, weird.
Pretty cool.
And forgot, but Gas and Burn brought up an extraordinary point that I think I remember seeing this a while ago and totally forgot about it. But
yeah,
we see desert, and we assume that's in that picture of a camel. We see desert, and we assume that's in like the Middle East, right? Or Africa, North Africa. Probably is, but the highest population of camels in the world are actually on the continent of Australia. I don't know why. Don't ask me, ask Gas and Burn. All right, last playthrough, and I'll tell you the answer. Yep. You have a guess, Rose?
I went with the sea lion.
Ooh, the imposter.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of up in your face, so I don't know if you'd actually make it that one, but I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, so it's the camel.
Dang. What is the dromedary in 2 humps? I need to know.
Yeah, might want to Google that one. I feel like that's pretty easy Google question. I don't know off the top of my head. The unfortunate thing about being a zoology major is I don't know everything about every animal, and I wish I did so bad. One day I will know a vast majority to the point where it will feel to the viewer like everything, but to me it'll feel like 20%.
Oh, I had it backwards.
Hopefully.
So dromedary is 1 hump. Camels have 2. So the photo
that's
you
a
have
dromedary.
would be a dromedary. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably super closely related, but yeah, I'm wrong.
It looks like camels have like a thicker neck, and then the 2 humps, of course. But that's interesting. I wonder, like, cows. So they have when they swallow something, they like chew it, swallow, regurgitate it, chew it, or something, or like sit somewhere in the neck or something weird. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying it does, but that's what it looks like the camel would do with the 2 humps, with the neck it has.
You mean a chameau and a dromadaire in French?
Okay, zoology major.
No, it's French.
Oh, I wasn't opening. I didn't look at the chat, so I'm being
my
nice.
bad.
I was too distracted by camel versus dromedarian.
Yeah, did not know that, but now I do. So I'm sorry. I'll refund. I'm just kidding. I won't refund. Everyone knows what you're voting for, so we're good. We are chill. So next up, we have a mountain goat on the top left, an elk on the top right. On the bottom is a ram, a male sheep. Bottom left is a pronghorn antelope, which you would think, since it's an antelope, lives in Africa. But all of these live in North America. Pretty sure. Huh. Mountain goats live in North America, right? I don't remember. I would think
mountain goats, I've seen them.
Oh, then yeah, they're North American. So yeah, pronghorn antelope. Pronghorn. One of the most interesting horns in all of artiodactyls to me, because it's weird. The picture on there does not do it justice. It's got like those main hooks that you see, and it curves in, but there's also one curving towards us, and it's weird, and it looks wrong. And I'm gonna read some chat real quick. So yes, a chameau, and a dromadaire is French for dromedary and camel. Did you know? Here's a quote from Gas and Burn. Did you know koalas eat their own poop when they can't get eucalyptus because they don't digest the eucalyptus properly, so it's almost as good for them? I actually did read that.
So they eat the eucalyptus, but then it's still in their poop because they can't digest it. It's kind of like us with corn.
Cellulose, man.
So they re-eat it?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, in all honesty, if we didn't get so sick from our own poop, it would just be like us eating corn continuously. That's pretty smart.
I looked up when I was with my family why that happens, and we need to do a segment on that. Maybe just like food we can't digest properly, but specifically corn.
Oh, I didn't even play the noise yet. I'm sorry. Okay, people are voting. I didn't even play the noise yet. Yeah, so I think corn is high in cellulose, and our bodies cannot digest cellulose efficiently, which is why we're omnivores, I think. I'm just constantly playing this noise, by the way, every time I'm not talking. So yes, the mountain goat is cut AF, and he is buff. He's huge. Shows you how much climbing he does every day. I hope my chat knows what an elk sounds like. Because elk they make one of the best noises in all the animal kingdom. And I could probably look it up after this because I actually don't have it. But oh my gosh, you got to listen to it sometime. Look it up. But in the meantime, don't look it up because you have any guesses, Rose?
I went with mountain goat.
Mountain goat?
Yeah. And
chat decided that mountain goat was in second, and pronghorn antelope was a whopping first with 1.3K moose droplets on the line, which is our currency here in the Twitch chat. And for the final answer of Can You Hear the Love Tonight, the pronghorn antelope is the winner. Yay! Dum 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 dun 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 dun. Yeah, I've picked a lot of similar animals on that one. Like the ram and the pronghorn antelope, that's almost unfair. Kind of sounds like a sheep to me.
I knew it wasn't the elk, but
yeah, have you heard of what an elk sounds like?
I have because of my dad.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like all the different noises animals make.
It's like the one thing I want to hear in the morning. Like,
really?
If I had to choose something. Yeah, like if you're camping and I hear that, I'm making a cup of coffee and just like basking in the sun until it's too hot. So, yeah. That's it. I think that's it.
That was it for the game.
Yeah, that was it for that segment. Congrats to all the winners. Congrats. Don't leave yet though, because we still have some more stuff. We have geodes that we've personified, and then we're gonna crush them. And whichever one is your favorite, yeah, we'll just take a poll and see who's got the most favorite and which geode wins the popularity contest. I'm 6 hydrates behind. Thank you for keeping track. I'm sorry. I get distracted by pronghorn antelopes and stuff. So what I did was I went on Google and, oh God, I'm just going to chug this. I guess I have to just chug this, but.
Okay. Well, you hydrate. I'll be right. I'll be right.
So I went on Google and I looked up animal sounds, and Google just so happens to have like 20 animals on here. And so it was really convenient that I didn't have to go on a website. Of course, no one's listening to me because they all want me to chug, even though I have ice in here. So, cheers to season 1. It was fun. What a ride. And everyone at least spam a bow tie or something if you can. If I'm going to chug. I don't know. Here's my chug. I actually don't own a green bow tie. Appreciate the spamage, though. If you don't have a green bow tie, it's time you change that, my dudes. Unless that's a follower emote, then I'm tripping. It's cool to see all those green bow ties in chat, though. Look at that. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. To get more ties in different colors as emotes, all you have to do is cheer bits. And eventually get some. But yeah. I need to refill my water eventually, but I think I'll do that after this segment. As like an intermission. But not really.
Yeah. This is going to be a little bit of a longer episode for sure.
Not yeah, it's a special.
It is. Season finale.
Yeah.
Ready for the long run.
Yeah, I think it's a special. So this next one's called Chin Up because I saw a video. So I see a lot of videos on TikTok. TikTok's not the greatest source for science unless of course you're using your what's it called? Unless you know your sources, like let's say Neil deGrasse Tyson posted something about astronomy. Chances are right that he's probably correct. So then you see this random 20-year-old dude, and he's like, yo, guys, so this thing just happened with my nose, and did you know that this could happen to you? That's probably not right. I mean, that's just basic. But I watch TikTok. Who doesn't? If you don't watch TikTok, you probably watch TikTok outside of TikTok, so it's just like a disease, man. Thank you, Nathan, for the bits. Appreciate you. I don't know if anything popped up on screen. If it did, I appreciate it. Much love, my dude. Much love. And thank you, Kennedy, for the resub. Thank you. But anyways, I saw this video of this dude saying, if you guys ever pulled up your bottom lip and then feel this pattern or see why it looks weird on your chin, And then, of course, everyone has seen it. You probably messed with it a lot when you were a kid. But I've never really thought about it. I'm just like, yeah, it looks weird. Wait, so does my mom's. Wait, so does my dad's. My sister's looks weird. It's not genetic because that guy's over there looks weird when he does it. Everyone's got it, man. Thank you, Asparagus, for the gift. That's your 5th. Damn. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Now Gas and Burn is a sub. Wow. Guys, thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. We appreciate it. But I'm really having a hard time focusing. Obviously, I might just. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Rose. I got this, right? I got this. Okay. I'm focusing.
Why is my chin funny when I bring up my bottom lip?
Oh yeah. So chin up, man. That's why. Why does that look like that? Well, so muscles is why. Let's look at the images here. So muscles, here's the example if you don't know what we're talking about. Muscles are basically a bunch of strings in a way. It's best to visualize it as strings. And the muscles contract to bring it in and then expand to pull it back out. What you got to do, contract, see how I'm contracting, and then it's pulling back out, right? So, appreciate you all for that hype train and for the subs and the gifts. I really do appreciate it. This is a season finale, and it's really feeling like a season finale, Rose.
It is. It is.
I need a champagne bottle next time. And then we should just see
next time we'll be in person. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Season 2 is really good.
Well, also I'm gonna try lining up the season finales with the end of school, so we'll have like we can actually do like a long special with it. But anyway, so let's keep going. I feel like I'm wasting time, man. So, bow ties is the chat. Bow ties is the chat. I'll chill. God, where was I at? Okay.
Muscles are like strings.
Muscles are like strings, and that's the best way to visualize this. Now imagine a bunch of strings on your bone right here, and then they just go out and they're touching skin. Now if you have those strings pull all that skin in, it's gonna look like that, and that's basically what it is, and that's why it looks so weird. Whereas other muscles, like in your cheek, it attaches right here, and then it attaches right here, so you get all this, and it's smooth, right? You know what I mean? Like, imagine an attachment right here and an attachment right there. And,
right.
God, that bow tie in the chat is so cool. I've never been able to do that. This is amazing. Y'all are amazing. But yeah, so basically it's just like, instead of strings going from point A to point B horizontally against your bones, it's kind of like going from point A to point B on the Z-axis in a way, is the best way to visualize it. I'm not saying it's literally doing that, but it kind of is. And then where is that located? It's located right, I don't know if y'all can see the laser pointer, located right on the chin. And then you could see which direction those strings are pointing out. And of course you could see the other strings of muscles and how smooth and kind of with the bone it goes, or the cartilage, of course. And why other places don't do this. So it's mad interesting. Oh yeah, there's gray bow ties as well. Those are nice. So everybody do the flop. So yeah, I just thought I'd let everyone know why their chin is chinning. So whenever you're down,
it's a really good topic, I think, to talk about, because it's one of those things that you don't realize you like question until like you recognize it yourself, and like half the time though, in life in general, when you see something weird that you question, many people don't like instantly pull out their phone to like see why it is the way that it is.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things that I feel like I've wondered my entire life, and I've never thought to like Google it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to like, finally have an answer.
Right, an answer that I didn't know I wanted to someone up, basically. And
exactly.
this muscle is called the mentalis. So like when magicians are performing a magic trick that has to do with the mind, they call themselves mentalists. Now just take out that T and the S, and it's a mentalist. Has nothing to do with magic though. So yeah, it's a mentalist. Not a mentalist, just a mentalist. So yeah, the more you know.
Okay.
Isn't there like a the more you know like meme?
Yeah, there's a star like across the screen. The more
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some editor cue that. But
Yeah.
but yeah, there you go. That was a quick one. I just wanted to throw that out. It's like a PSA. So
Yeah, no, it was good. It's good. It's a good topic. It's a good quick like, hey, here you go.
Yeah, it's weird how like I've never thought about that though. It's like bizarre, but whatever. Next is yours. I think.
Next.
Jupiter recognize.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, when you first came up with the title, I was like, I don't get it. And I had to say it aloud to myself a few times to be like, oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah. Jupiter recognize. You just got to say it fast. Jupiter recognize.
Right. Fast and confident. Then it makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna be covering the planets in our solar system, plus Pluto, because I love Pluto. It deserves some love. Because there's, is it 9? It's 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, right? 9. 9 including Pluto planets in the solar system. Fact check me real quick.
It's either 8 or 9. I can't remember what the
Yeah.
time. I would have to
I think
do
it's 9 with
this.
Pluto. I had to count real quick, and I'm also trying to focus on what I'm saying, so that's not gonna work. So, because there's a lot of planets, I'm not gonna be doing like in-depth. Let's talk about all the planets. I'm also going to skip Earth because we live on it, so it's not as cool to cover.
It's the coolest one.
I will tell you that the word Earth derives from I think, I don't want to say it wrong, Germanic, like a German root that means the ground, in a lot of different languages too, not just German. So
imagine if it was in English.
Okay, so first off is Mercury. So Mercury is the first planet in the solar system. It's also the smallest, the hottest, and fun fact, Mercury is shrinking.
Is that the one where your Bitmoji's doing this?
It's one hand out.
Yeah, with the Geico thing.
It's very colorful, yeah. Yes. And I believe that picture is actually the one that the James Webb Telescope just got, because before that it wasn't as like the resolution wasn't high enough, so you didn't get all these like fun colors. This is a very up-to-date photo.
Mercury hype.
So going back to the shrinking, so I was looking up like fun facts about it, and I was like, what do you mean it's shrinking? How does a planet shrink?
Yeah.
So Mercury has a very hot core because it's not the hottest, but really close to the hottest planet in the solar system. But not the hottest. It does not take that award. So the outer core of the planet is still cooling from whenever it was created. So with that comes contraction, and with contraction comes the tectonic plates. It has tectonic shifts in there in Mercury. So those tectonic plates are shifting and creating little cliffs on the planet. So fairly recently, one of the probes that's checking out Mercury dropped to a lower altitude and got closer to the cliffs. And that's how they discovered that they're growing, there's more of them, and then thus created the conversation for how is that happening, which came to the conclusion that it's cooling. It's kind of interesting. And then also, I want you to guess how long a year is for Mercury in like Earth terms. How long is a year relative to Earth?
Okay, so it's spinning around the sun one time. Oh, it's probably quicker. It's probably like 6 months.
Under 6 months, right? It's
under
88 days.
Ooh.
88 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's definitely like under.
It's a little under 4, right?
No, it'd be like 3
3.
and a half.
It's just under 3. Yeah. Quick math.
Yeah, that'd be like 3 and a half.
And also, another fun fact is that sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach sun to Earth. So 8 minutes around. Okay, Mercury, because of the close proximity, takes about 3.
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So if the sun burnt out, 3 minutes for Mercury to figure out that it burnt out.
Well, they're
That's
figuring
an
it
interesting
out.
topic to talk about, I think, later in season 2, is like what would happen if the sun burnt out. Because when I learned like the life cycle of stars back in like 5th grade or whenever it was that we actually made it to the space unit in like general science, that was like broke everything. I was like, what if it just burnt out right now? What if it burnt out? Like, what if it's old? It's the red dwarf. It's gonna burn out like any second now. Any second now, the whole planet's gonna freeze.
I remember when I learned that in like, I think it was like 6th grade, where they're like, yeah, one day, not anytime soon, so don't worry, guys. And when they say that, they're making it sound like, oh, in like 30 years it will. But they were like, yeah, one day, the sun's gonna die. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared it's gonna just spontaneously do that right now, or tomorrow, or 5 years from now. And I remember thinking that, but it's kind of ridiculous in the whole aspect of time, because you just have to have an understanding of how much time has already passed and how much lifespan a star has. But anyways.
Right. And that's something that, like, when they say, like, oh, it's not going to die out for a while, like, in your head, I feel like a while is, like, a typical lifespan for us, when really it's, like, billions to trillions of years away, if not more than that. Like, it could be light years away. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, NASA probably has some answers there, but I did not dig that deep. Okay. So, up next on our planets is Venus. Now, a cool fact about Venus is that it spins in the opposite direction than the other planets. Just like if you had to guess between clockwise and counterclockwise, which direction do most planets spin in, except for Venus?
The other way. I don't know which way.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
It's gonna go opposite than Earth, right?
Venus would, yeah, because I think it's the only one that spins in the opposite direction.
I don't know which way they normally spin. I think I see them spin clockwise, so counterclockwise.
All the other planets spin counterclockwise. Venus spins clockwise.
Of course, 50-50 chance.
Doesn't that seem weird? Like, I feel like if we knew that all the planets spin counterclockwise, like, wouldn't, in my head, you would think that, like, counterclockwise would be considered clockwise then. Like, everything would be moving backwards. Because I feel like, from, like, a basic understanding, if you know the planets spin a certain way, you'd want everything else that's circular to, like, follow that motion. Like, I don't know. Is that making any sense?
Well, you probably invented a clock before you knew that there was a solar system. The sundials, which would go clockwise, counterclockwise, or clockwise? Probably clockwise.
Well, it would go clockwise, wouldn't it?
So then they based that off.
Clockwise.
So then Venus would be counterclockwise in relativity to our clockwise because. No. What do you mean?
Venus spins clockwise.
Oh, so we think. Oh, that is weird. Okay, I got it. I was flipping it.
Backwards. Right, because if all the other planets spin counterclockwise.
Oh, I was totally flipping.
I don't know. You would think that would change like everything else to like our understanding, like building blocks of like how science worked. You would think that a majority of everything would follow the same pattern.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder. I wonder if the planets spinning counterclockwise, do they spin around the sun counterclockwise as well, or is that clockwise too? I have to look into that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But anyways, Venus takes the award for being the hottest planet in our solar system. And it's also considered to be like Earth's twin. It's not like actually Earth's twin, like I wouldn't go live on it,
It's most likely.
But it's similar. Yeah, it's similar in density and size.
And it's okay.
Yeah, yes. And so all of the planets, just in case you didn't know, are named after like Roman gods. Venus is the god of love. It's the only planet that's named after a female goddess. All the other planets are male. It's like Mercury is the god of speed, which is weird. But it also makes a lot of sense for Mercury because it has the shortest revolution around the sun.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. And then Venus is the goddess of love.
And
Okay.
Earth is just round.
Yeah, Earth isn't special. That's just
It's just you know what's funny about Earth being round is when you're naming a planet, you're literally naming it the one thing that all planets definitely share. They're round. It's like the dumbest name for a planet. You might as well just name it planet. Planet. Like that is so stupid. But anyways, we have planets are sexist. Venus is the pick me kid who is like, I'm not like the other guys / girls, and Mercury is a drug addict. So that's the Twitch chat right now. Went from hype train to drug addicts.
So I want to add something real quick. So Venus is sometimes it has two names in like ancient times because way back when they thought it was two separate objects in the sky. So if you ever went outside and you noticed like this really bright star in the sky,
Venus.
like maybe in the evening, yeah, or like right before like the sun comes up, it's Venus. And Venus dies, it fades away the moment the sun comes up because the sun's brighter than Venus, so it like kills it out. But for a long time, my mom and I would see this star in the sky, and we just called it like our star.
Yeah.
And so years later, I finally like start looking into it, and I look at her one day, and I'm like,
Psych.
"Mom, that's a planet."
That's kind of cool.
So
though.
She sent me a photo of it in college, and like now I have it hanging on my wall. That same photo on the slide actually is the same one I have hanging up. Just kind of neat. I like Venus.
Yeah, I remember when I actually learned that Venus is visible like almost all the time. No, it's just like one of the most easily observable planets in the solar system. And I remember when I first saw it, I was like, "Whoa, that's a planet." I'm just looking at a planet right now because growing up, I always thought planets were telescope only type things.
Yeah.
But you can actually see like a lot of planets with naked eye, just at the right time of the year. So
yeah, that's like during the winter. There's a time when I think it's Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter.
Yeah.
Will come into the sky, and then like
Saturn.
every so many years, like they come in like I think they come in like a perfect line or like a triangle or something. There's like a weird scenario that only happens every couple of 20, 10 years something.
Could probably use math to figure it out though.
Yeah, that is going to come up again later because one planet was discovered using math first instead of a telescope. But we'll get there when we get there. So I'm going to skip Earth, like I said, because we live on it, and it's not as fun to talk about when we experience it every day. But next would be Mars.
Oh, you used a plant on this one.
So I have... Huh?
You used a plant.
Oh. I was running out of astronaut ones, but I actually... It's kind of... It fits Mars a little bit. Because they think that... I think... Is it millions of years ago, that Mars had a thicker atmosphere, which made it wetter and... warmer, I think? Wetter and warmer. So, like, a more, like, suitable environment. I don't know what happened to Mars, but something since then has made it dry out. And, become the little rusty, dusty planet.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And we don't know.
Yeah, I know. So there's something really interesting. I watched this video. If you're part of the Discord, I'm going to put it in the Discord for you guys to watch. Because I watched it probably like my junior or senior year of high school, and it was like a really cool video to watch. So everybody knows how we talk about how we need to settle on Mars and like colonize Mars. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And this video, I think it's on through PBS, says actually the only reason we like the idea of settling on Mars is this fake term called surfacism. So it's the idea of landing on the planet and like putting a flag down and colonizing the planet. That's why we like the idea of Mars.
So what we do with the moon.
Yeah, exactly. Surfacism. It's a fake term. It's one that was kind of like made up, but it fits. So the whole video talks about how Venus is more suitable if we can somehow develop cloud cities, which are like, like the little, I don't know how to explain it. I know there are movies. Is it Tom Cruise? He has a movie has like cloud cities in it. So like the little society in the sky that's
Star Wars
up there.
Star Wars.
That would work.
Best bit. I got you, Star Wars fans. Okay, so imagine
cloud city on Venus. That would be the same. That's what we would need to like colonize Venus. Where Mars, the surface is actually too cool, and I think the atmosphere is too thin. I think so. In order to live on Mars, we would have to actually like go underground. Is what the video says.
Like Fallout. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
I know. And the video, I think about it to this day. I mean, it's been 3 years, and I still think back to the video because it was so like, that is interesting. They made a good point.
And then they have frozen caps. Or it has frozen caps. As seen on that photo.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't know until recently.
I feel like there's a lot of things with the planets that, like, at one point I learned. And they're always in there, but I forget about it until I revisit it. Every time.
Yeah, that's me, like, with everything. And that's why I guess it's a good thing to talk about it, and then you'll remember it as soon as we're in the middle of the conversation.
Right.
So yeah. The next planet. Is this a next planet moment?
Not yet. I have one more thing to say about Mars. So Mars, it's predicted within the next 50 million years that one of its moons, I might say it wrong, but it looks like Phobos, might collide with Mars and then create little rings around Mars.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going with much worse. Like,
no, it's not going to be like doomsday for us, but it will be fun to watch if there's someone around to watch it.
Oh, yeah. We'd probably be able to record that on some level.
Yeah.
We'll probably have like space drones and crap. I wouldn't be surprised.
No kidding.
Although I feel like space isn't small enough to have space drones realistically. It would just be ships, but yeah.
I was going to say something. Oh, there was a couple shows ago where we talked about how one of the Mars rovers, is it Opportunity? Was that the first one? That one died on Mars. And everyone coins the phrase, yes. Not Curiosity, not Perseverance, not the little helicopter called Ingenuity. And there's another one that's from China that I can't remember the name of either. It starts with a Z and it means like the god of fire. But going back to Opportunity. Opportunity died on Mars during a sandstorm. And everyone talks about how the phrase is said while it died was, my battery's getting low and it's getting dark.
Sounds like
And I thought, what?
I was going to say, it sounds like an opportunity lost. Like, anyways.
Okay. I thought that was, like, pretty legit. It turns out it was, I don't know if the guy worked for NASA. I don't know who he was. But some guy tweeted about it and then, like, said those words, like, my battery's low and it's getting dark. Yeah. And people took it literally. As if, like, the Mars rover actually said that to them. But the Mars rover never said that to them. It just, like, went silent and died off. But, like, that's how the guy tweeting portrayed it to us. Yeah, so now there's people that got that, like, crap, like, they got it tattooed on themselves. And, like, t-shirts are made out of it. Yeah, all because of some guy's tweet. But the Mars rover Opportunity, if that's the one, didn't actually say that. It just died because of a sandstorm.
And now it's space trash.
Yeah, unfortunately. Space pollution is like a whole different topic we should talk about. That's good. And
it's worth dough. It is worth so much money. If you bring it back, it's in a museum or it's worth millions and millions of dollars. And it's trash. Like, it's not, you literally use it for nothing. But anyways, next planet, since we have a lot of planets, I don't want to drag it or anything, but because we have like 9 planets.
So it should be Jupiter, right? So it's 2 times as massive as all the other planets combined.
Is that a planet? Like, what planet is in comparison with that one?
The next to it, that's its moon.
Oh, which probably the size of Earth.
I think its largest moon. I don't want to say it and be wrong, but I think it might be Triton.
Aurora. Which planet has the moon Aurora?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess Jupiter because I think Jupiter has like 23 moons or even more. Might be Saturn. Saturn has a lot of moons, isn't it?
Saturn and Jupiter have the same amount of moons. Except, I don't know, Saturn has like one more moon, or one of them has one more moon than the other. and it's literally by one. It's like 59 and 58.
I don't know which one, so I don't want to say it and like be wrong.
Yeah, neither do I. But it's one of them. It's close like that. Trust me, it's close like that.
Okay, so going back to Jupiter, the 1 year on Jupiter is equivalent to 11.8 years on Earth. And the name Jupiter is also the king of gods, which is kind of, I think, a lot of these planets, I think you'll realize too, like, they choose the name very, like, fittingly, like Mercury, because it was the shortest, so it's just, like, the god of speed. Jupiter is the largest planet, so it makes sense that it's, like, the king of gods, right? And then that red spot, I think it's one thing that, like, many people know about Jupiter is the red spot. I think that can fit at least 3 Earths in it, is what I read. 3 Earths in the red spot.
Oh my god. So that planet is probably similar size to Earth. Because how is that twice the size of all the other planets combined? I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you meant just one planet when you say
I know,
combined.
when I read it, I had to, like, reread it. Because I was like, do you mean, like, a couple of planets? Or, like, all of them?
So how does this have less mass than the sun?
It's a gas giant. So that's why I would assume. Where I feel like the sun is also much larger. It's still gaseous, but it's also like more. Okay, so Jupiter is considered a failed star because it needs like 75 times more mass in order to combine hydrogen and helium to then become a star. Where the sun has a lot of mass, and that's why it became a star, because it can combine hydrogen and helium together, where Jupiter can't do that.
Right.
Jupiter is too precious and too small. Even though it's huge in comparison to us, it's still small in the eyes of what it takes, I guess, to become strong.
It's real gassy.
Sorry.
Since we're talking about moons and Jupiter and Saturn, there was a question on the game show that I'm a 2-time champ of. And this game show takes place on Twitch every 2 weeks, so twice a month. And it is called Nerd Knowledge, and it is hosted by a current chatter and a current good friend. And his name is Agathon89. Of course, that's not his birth name, but that's his username. Highly suggest checking that out. It's super fun, and it's great streams, and I think he has a YouTube channel now as well. Nerd Knowledge, where the N stands for knowledge. I made up that catchphrase, but yes, go check him out. Anyways, back to Jupiter Recognize.
I want to bring up Gaston Burn said in the chat that Jupiter is the only reason why Earth has not had a doomsday event. So if you don't know, Jupiter, because of its massive size, will curve like asteroids that could possibly hit Earth away from hitting Earth. So it's kind of like, he's right. It's a little protector. If it wasn't there, we might be by now.
Great protector. Is that what I'm supposed to be? Sorry, it's a good song.
You're good. All right, let's move on to Saturn.
Sweet. It's my favorite planet.
After Saturn, it's my favorite planet.
Oh.
Favorite planet. And not for the reason you think, but we're going to get into it.
Actually, I think I might switch mine to Mars because Saturn isn't actually red like I thought it was. So I was disappointed the day I found out it wasn't.
I think Saturn is kind of overhyped. There's one fun fact that I think almost everybody knows, and if not most people know, and that's Saturn is not very dense. So if you put it in a bathtub of water, if you somehow found a bathtub that big, it would float. Saturn would float.
Wait.
Which is neat the first time you hear about it.
I could like put that on my finger?
Put that what?
I can like put Saturn on my finger? Like a basketball? If you're saying it can float in a bathtub.
Yeah. Oh, are you saying like in theory if you could like shrink it down and like...
Yeah.
Yes. In theory.
God, I love theories.
I have a cat outside the store that really wants it. Come on, Jack.
Is it?
So then...
Is it my boy?
Is your boy Jack?
Yeah.
Then yes. Okay, and then Saturn. The name for Saturn is also the the father of Jupiter, who's the king of gods.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of neat. I think Saturn's probably one of the most overhyped planets, and it's because of the rings. But you know who else has rings?
Beyonce.
You're not wrong. No, my favorite planet. Let's go on to the debatable. How do you pronounce it? Uranus, which is how I pronounce it, or Uranus.
Nope, just the first one.
Yeah. So when I had to do a school project for Uranus, back when I was again like in 5th or 6th grade, and I had so much fun with it. So a really fun fact is that Uranus has a 90-degree tilt. So if other planets are like this, or even like this, or like this, and they're spinning, Uranus is like this, spinning. Okay.
Wait, spinning
so
like
that means,
like this?
Okay, so planet North and South Pole.
Yeah.
Okay. Uranus, North and South Pole, and then continues to spin counterclockwise.
But its rings are not that same angle.
Not in the photo, but when really they kind of are. Well, let's say I'm wrong, and then they are like that. But yes. So the planet itself, 90-degree tilt. So that means that the planet doesn't experience seasons on this half because it's the cold side of the planet. This side does.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not seasons, but this side is like daylight, sunny. Well, sunny. It's a cold planet.
It's Alaska.
It's one of the coldest planets. Let me look up. I took a bunch of notes here because it's a lot to remember for planets. What? So I think Neptune is like what's thought to be the coldest planet, but I think Uranus is actually the coldest with a negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit minimum, aka negative 224 degrees Celsius for my non-American friends.
We do have some of those.
We do, so I have to consider it. So all of Uranus moons are named after literary characters, specifically ones from William Shakespeare. And then there has been a NASA probe that went out to fly by Uranus or fly into, I'm not really sure, back in 1986 that found more information on Uranus. Oh, and then Neptune's the one with Triton as a moon. But this is my favorite planet. Uranus is my favorite because it's the one that gets laughed at the most.
True.
But it's cool. It's cool. It's the only planet that's on a 90-degree tilt.
Yeah, that is cool. It's
that is
rolling.
Cool, and it has rings. It has rings like Saturn. That Saturn gets all the hype for, but Uranus has the same rings, just not as extravagant. But they're there. And
so,
they're cool.
So Uranus is rotisserie, while everyone else is a gravitron.
Yeah.
It's layman's terms. Also, it does get laughed at the most because literally everyone's laughing in the chat and making Uranus jokes. Uranus has the best fudge. Look it up. And my favorite planet to look at is Uranus, Moose. Apparently it's Rose's favorite planet as well. So good job, Yes Burn. I'm shutting down your jokes. I'm shutting it down. Shut it down. This is why I don't put chat on the screen. So the YouTube nation can't get, I don't know, offended or something. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
So I want to talk about that pronunciation because obviously it's very funny if you pronounce it Uranus versus Uranus.
Yeah.
So when they were sending out that probe in 1986 to go check out Uranus, the news people and everybody else in the space community that got excited about it or had to talk about it, realized, 3 weeks of saying Uranus on TV probably won't go very well because we as humans like to laugh at that.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you try showing this to kids in school, they're going to laugh at it. This is how it is. So I won't say they changed the pronunciation, but there are 2 pronunciations of it. I think they did change it, but if people adapt to that, that's the difference. So they say if you're sitting and talking to a bunch of other, astronomers, astrophysicists that used to switch to Uranus, not Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
But are people actually going to get mad? I don't think so. And now I really want to go back and listen to Bill Nye and everyone like talk about this planet and see what pronunciation they use.
Yeah. I mean, now they're all like Uranus, and it's not even funny. It's like a serious thing.
Right, yeah. But as they're trying to make it. But I actually read a article from Planetary Society, which is Bill Nye is the CEO of.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about how he was in the classroom and they were having the discussion of Uranus, and you know, when he first wrote the word down and they had to do a project on it, everyone started laughing about Uranus. And so they switched it to Uranus. Like as if like Nuss, Uranus.
Oh, so now it's an insult. That's great.
Right. So then the teacher, if it wasn't Bill Nye, like would be like, see, like Uranus, and they all like laugh about it.
Uh-huh.
So then it like changed like the funny meaning behind it. Huh. So I love Uranus. I think it's the best planet that needs more hype. And I don't know. I feel like we spend a lot of time like wasting energy on like trying to like make fun of the name. But really it's cool. It's a cool planet.
So tell me about this blue guy. Smurf planet.
Are we on Neptune?
I have no idea what the blue one is.
Well, Uranus is kind of blue.
Well, like dark blue, royal.
Okay, yeah, that's Neptune. Okay, and then I have I have myself and the sea lion clapping because Neptune is the god of the sea.
Oh,
so I thought that was kind of fitting.
Nice.
Yeah. So Neptune is most planets have a tilt, but Neptune has enough tilt to experience seasons like Earth, which is pretty cool. And then its moon, Triton, is the only satellite that moves opposite to the planet. So if the planet's spinning clockwise and moving clockwise, let's say, just so I'm not wrong, yeah. Triton is spinning the opposite way and moving the opposite way.
Weird.
Yeah. And then that's also a very cold planet because it's the furthest away from the sun. I don't know. I'm like, Neptune's kind of like subpar for me in the term of like planet hierarchy.
50 Shades of Neptune. That was for the chat.
I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I'm like...
Well, it looks like one big ocean to me.
It does. It does. It's actually very icy. And I'm pretty sure it might be more gaseous too. Neptune's also the planet that was discovered by math before it was seen in a telescope. So they like... I had to look into it more, but they somehow decided like, oh, there's probably a planet there. And then they looked, and there was. And it worked.
Well, that's actually pretty dope. I think that's like, I feel like that's an underrated story. Like that's cool for math and astronomy.
It is. I don't remember the astronomer. It might have been some guy called Giovanni, but don't quote me on that. I may be wrong.
It's all those Italians, man. They're really good in space. They're really good at like space things. But what? Like I don't know if they're good at space things anymore. Like the older Italians. Sorry, new age Italians. Maybe the Sicilians are good. Maybe I started a beef right there, because there's a big beef between Italians and Sicilians.
Whenever I hear Sicilian, I think of The Princess Bride. I can't remember what he says, but it's like never something a Sicilian.
Yeah, I've never watched the movie, so I can't help you there.
It's a good movie.
But everyone knows I don't really watch movies. That's kind of like my thing, apparently. So, yeah. There I go again. But anyways, Neptune.
All right. I'm good with Neptune. I'm good with that a little bit. Now we know, math wins and all things. Last but not least.
What shade of blue is Neptune is a question from my sister. Is that a joke? Yeah, like is that?
It's like royal blue.
Yeah,
I used to have boots that
Blueberry.
Perfect.
Blueberry planet. That'd be so cool to see Neptune, though. Like, imagine something that blue and that big, just in the middle of dead space.
I wonder, how much magnification it would take for you to see it that blue.
Well, I meant imagine if you somehow could travel all the way out there without dying, and
see it with your own eyes.
Yeah. Or even just see Earth. Oh my God. From the ISS.
Yeah, that would be cool. Pretty cool.
But our last one, this cotton ball thing.
But not least. So I chose this picture because if you can't tell, there's a heart on Pluto. It looks like there's a heart.
I thought we were doing planets.
Yeah, so Pluto is a dwarf planet. I think that it lost its planet status around 2001. Might have been 2005. Somewhere early 2000s or late, like, 1990s. So one of the reasons why it's not considered a planet, in short, is because it doesn't meet, like, the planet qualifications.
Yeah.
But what they really meant by that was that when Pluto was a planet, they discovered either within the inner asteroid belt or somewhere outer in the, like, the Kuiper belt. I might say that wrong. There was another, like, not planet, might be considered a dwarf planet now, but like an asteroid pre-dwarf planets being a thing that was bigger than Pluto, was revolving around the sun technically. But if we considered Pluto a planet, then that they need to be considered a planet, but it really wasn't a planet. So thus came the new, like, classification of dwarf planets. So Pluto is actually the largest member in the again, I might say it wrong, the Kuiper belt. And that belt is just outside of the regular solar system, not to get confused with the Oort belt.
How do you spell?
And when I read
how do you spell that? The one, first one.
Kuiper.
I think it's Kuiper. I think I've heard of that one before.
It looks like it should be like Q. Like
yeah,
Q,
no. Yeah, I totally agree.
I know. Like, I should have, like, Googled it and had to, like, say it to me, but I didn't have time because
I think I've vaguely heard of that before.
Okay. Well, that's not the part that I was, like, super, like, oh my god, that's cool. What got me was when it said don't confuse it with it looks like. Again, I might say this wrong because they're weird names, but it's Oort. How would you say it?
Oort. Oort.
Oort. Yeah, that's what I called it. So an Oort belt. So the Oort belt is actually a giant spherical shell surrounding the rest of the solar system, and it's the home of comets.
Ooh.
So you have, like, solar system, Kuiper belt, and then, like, sphere of Oort belt, and the Oort belt has comets.
Oh, damn. Whenever I think of comets, I always think of Star Wars and them flying through, like, asteroids and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
When I think of asteroids, meteors, comets, they're all the same to me. We should do it. We should do an episode about that, the difference.
We should. I did that in high school. I had to learn about the differences. It's kind of neat. A lot more simple than you think, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like, I don't know, size and something else. But anyways,
yeah.
Pluto, not a planet, but honorable mention.
Yes. Oh, and then guess how long a year is on Pluto? In relative to Earth years.
42.
Higher.
74.
Higher.
93.
We're in triple digits and higher.
189.
Higher.
273.
Closer. It's 248.8.
So I was close on the first one. But anyways.
almost 250 years, Earth years, to travel around in Pluto. I don't even know, like, since we discovered Pluto, I don't even think it's made a full revolution. There's a weird factor like that. Like, it's like it hasn't even done that.
Or maybe we haven't witnessed a full revolution. Maybe it finished one as we were looking at it or something like that.
Right.
Or it has finished it in someone else's lifetime. They just haven't been able to outlive it. Crazy.
Can you imagine if someone could? I feel like the human lifespan was over 250 years. It'd be insane.
Yeah, it's like a tortoise.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We'd be babies right now.
Or coral. 5,000 years. So it's got nothing on coral. Well, I think that concludes the solar system with Rose and Jack.
It does.
And Jack just stared me in the face on that camera. Oh my gosh. Jack the cat, shouts out. Spend enough time on Science HD, you'll get your own emote. It only took Frank the Tank one episode. So if you have a Frank the Tank emote, definitely let us know. But now we have geode smashing, which is going to be way more simple than it looks. I'm going to go through Madison, just one last poll. I guess it's a poll, not really like one for cake or anything. I just want to gauge what everyone likes the best because I name these rocks myself. So to save myself some walking and shimming around my desk, I have geodes right here, and I believe this is the first one up, and I'm going to introduce you to our family of geodes that I'm going to kill today. So, first victim up. The Grinch! Come on down, the Grinch. Here we go. So, Madison, at the end of this, you can put a poll up. The Grinch is a decent-sized, snowball-size geode from our generous donor, Mad Forito, in chat, my sister. And it's kind of fuzzy, and it's green. It's got a green hue to it. And so I called it the Grinch. That's our first geode that's up. Next one. This one's really creative. Okay, I think it's this one. This one's called Chewed Gum because it has no unique features and it looks like a blob and it looks like just chewed gum. So that one's Chewed Gum. The poll you can make opinionated, by the way, so there's not like a winner for bits or anything or for points. Next up, it's a cheese ball, and it's very smooth and it's very orange, and so I named this one Cheese Ball, and he's a cheese ball, so cheese ball. All right. Next one I named Brian because it looks like a brain to me, and usually people mistake Brain and Brian for one another, so Brian the Rock. Yeah. I spelled it the way that almost looks like brain. All right.
I've done that.
This one's the smallest one, the baby, the Pluto of the group. And it's almost doesn't even look like a geode, but it's still considered a geode, unlike Pluto considered a planet. But at the end of the day, they're both just big things in space relative to smaller things. So this one I call Little Baby Chester because Chester Cheetah makes Cheetos, cheese ball. This is smaller, Little Baby Chester. And then last but not least, we got Burtis. This big kahuna. This is Burtis. Burtis is already half open or partially open. So I'm going to crack open Burtis, and I might not even be able to get Burtis open. So, Gas and Burn has it down. Madison, if you want to make an official poll, you can do that one for like a 10-minute if you want. I would set it up, but I just don't have any way. So thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Shouts out to Mad Forito. Go support her in any way that you want and any way that she shouts herself out. I highly suggest. That's my sister. It's good blood. It's good blood. And she's doing me a big favor tonight. And she donated all these geodes, so it's only right. So first up, with their performance, I'm going to show you there's the up close of the picture, and I'll show you up close of the crystal after it's smashed. I am not muting my microphone because I don't have a way to do that. So I'm just going to get some towel. I put a towel in there so it doesn't explode on me. And here we go. We're going to town. Oh, wait. I forgot lab safety. Lab safety of season 1, baby. Let's go. I got one. It's relatively easy because it's hollow. Geodes are hollow, and that's why they're geodes. Oh! Okay. So you guys know what rust looks like? Y'all know what rust looks like, right? That's what the Grinch looks like. Wait for it. There's the focus.
A cool color, actually.
Yeah, it actually is a pretty cool color.
Very, vibrant.
It's like Cheeto dust in this thing. So, yeah. That's cool. I'm going to put these off over here. I'll just have a lot to clean up. But that's okay. next up. What do we have next? Chewed gum. AKA my least favorite rock because it's the ugliest one. But don't worry. I'm smashing it. Oh, I put a hole in the towel for sure. And I just split my cutting board in half. My mom's gonna be mad. She's probably watching that. I actually made this in high school. It's actually really sad. I probably shouldn't have been doing that.
You can epoxy it back together.
Also,
overnight.
I can't get this one. It's destroying more things than it's not. And I'm starting to smell something that I don't think I should be smelling. Yeah. I think chewed gum wins this one.
I say that when we're together, we just like put that in a box in the road and we just go to town and then we can post it on our Instagram.
Season 2 for chewed gum. Chewed gum takes the win. Don't worry, I could fix the cutting board with some wood glue. Wood glue and a vise. Yeah, chewed gum ruined it. That's my least favorite geode, and that's why I named it chewed gum, and it just bit me in the ass for it. So. It is always fun to personify geodes, but of course, they do not actually have personalities. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm going to put this one on the ground. That has carpet, and I'm going to smash it. It's the cheese ball. I'm excited for this one.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so this one's a little less hollow. But to compare it, have you ever bitten into a cheese ball?
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a snow cone. I feel like I'm the Yeti from Monsters, Inc. when I say snow cones. So, yeah.
I think so far the Grinch is winning in terms of appearance.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. I actually kind of like the cheese ball though.
I think it's better if I could see it, you know, not through just the camera.
It would for sure be better. Next up, Brian. Probably the most underrated one.
I hope it's pinkish. It looks like a brain.
I hope you like the color brown.
Oh, well, now we're still.
Yeah, these ones aren't actually that hollow, but it is crystallized on the center. The blue is from the towel I just am using to not make it explode all over my room. So yeah, it's kind of like a mochi ball. I'd still say, in my opinion, cheese ball's in the lead. Okay, next up is Little Baby Chester. I'm actually kind of sad I have to destroy this one because it's a cool rock. But it is now about to be multiple rocks because I'm crushing it.
I'm wondering if that one's going to be hard like the chewed gum. Because it's denser. Maybe not necessarily denser, but smaller.
I'm thinking it will be, just based off of basic physics.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Yep, this one's not busting. It's too small. We're going to have to throw this one back in earth or take it outside. So, Little Baby Chester, you got the dub. Congrats, you lived to see another day. And of course,
oh my goodness,
the one that should either break the hardest or break the easiest. Actually, that's not true. I think the 2 medium-sized ones probably do that, but Burtis. I destroyed my cutting board. And yes, this is the last geode. So, then I have like one more little PSA, science PSA, and then, yeah. I'm destroying this for season 1. So season 2, might get a new cutting board. Great news. I broke Burtis. Bad news. It smells so bad. I don't know why these ones smell musty.
Why do geodes smell?
Maybe because this is like 300. So these are from Indiana, and the Indiana geodes are 350 million years old. So I think I might be smelling things that haven't been seen by the face of Earth in 350 million years, and that smells like absolute I'm not even going to say it.
Fluorine gas trapped inside the tiny porous space inside the mineral. I wonder, I have to make sure that's actual.
Is that lethal? Is that lethal, or... There's Burtis. It's got, like, chambers.
That's
see that?
From, at least on this end through the camera, it looks like some kind of, like, popcorn that's, like, lightly dusted.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I'm gonna have to get a vacuum. but, yeah, it's kind of like a sandwich of ice cream, but those are all crystals. So, vote for your... Burtis was found in a creek, probably already halfway cracked open and abandoned by its previous owner. Or maybe it didn't have a previous owner and it's just been on its own for 350 million years.
Right, some people like little baby Chester.
Oh, the voting's still up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, little baby Chester's looking like a dub.
Beat us, huh?
Okay. That's it. So, vote now. Which one performed the best? The Grinch got cracked open. It did pretty good. And it looks rusty. And it actually looks pretty on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
The pretty rust. Chewed gum did me dirty. Broke my cutting board. And now I have to go buy wood glue and a vise. So, thanks, chewed gum.
I would definitely put up a fight.
Yeah, and it's still intact, so that's like the worst part. Yeah, screw chewed gum, negative votes if you can. Cheese ball. I wish I didn't crack this one open, but I don't have any regrets because it looks very pretty. On the inside, look at that orange. Orange on the inside and outside. It's a very orange rock. So.
That is pretty.
And next up we have Brian. Not super memorable. Reminds me of a mochi ball. So, yeah, it's pretty boring, that one. In my opinion, of course. You might think it looks beautiful. But, then next up we have another winner. Little baby Chester. He survived the hammer. We're gonna get these bad boys open one day. Maybe with some asphalt in between. Rather than a piece of wood and plastic and metal. That just is a terrible... I don't know why I did this. It worked last time. So, yeah. Little baby Chester. Good job. You survived another day. Very orange. And then last but not least, Burtis. Is Burtis. Huge rock. And so on. So, poll may end And so will my cutting board career. That's a good farewell to season 1. Last, before I let you go, this last segment is called Because I Got High. And there's a song that goes like, Because I Got High. And that's all I remember of it. So the segment is called Because I Got High. And it is simply, by the way, Little Baby Chester looks like he won the poll. It's a fan favorite. Go Little Baby Chester, go. Might not ever crack you open, dude. This segment is about lemurs and how they get high off of their it's not weed, but it's a millipede. Kind of rhymes.
Oh.
And so here's a video of what they do. And I muted it so you can't hear it. And so they'll basically grab a millipede. This specific millipede produces poisons with chemicals, which include cyanide in there. And these guys will gently bite it. And not kill it. And it will secrete it in their mouth. And then they start slobbering. Now, they do this because they rub it on themselves too. And as you can start to see, they're rubbing it on their tails, they're rubbing it on their backs, they're rubbing it on their fur, and it acts as a natural pesticide. So they're not getting bit up by bugs. And
must be the cyanide.
And they just happen to also be like, this actually doesn't taste good, but like, wow, I feel great after this. And they actually experience a state of intoxication after they eat this. So they start slobbering and they can't control that. And yeah, so there's these at least 2 types of lemurs, maybe the same lemur that gets this one type of millipede, because there's like tens and thousands of millipedes in the world. Don't know exactly which one this is. A lot of them probably produce poisons, but just know some animals are out there getting right. And you can see it on that lemur's eyelids. That man is high. It is kind of funny. It's actually really funny. So, it's just really cool. We're watching lemurs do drugs right now. This video, I'm pretty sure, is brought to you like by BBC Earth, I think. So, but, yep, that lemur right there is gonna take his last little bite, and yeah, high lemurs and bye lemurs.
Hi, lemurs.
Because
Do you think King Julian was high?
Oh, all the time.
He was a ring kid.
All the time. If he got a gecko on his hat, he probably has millipedes laying around. So, the worm thingy is called a millipede. So, yeah. Good job, everyone. Thank you for hanging in there on our extra long 2-hour special. This is a 2-hour stream. It's actually an hour and 50, but we love you all. And be sure to catch it on YouTube. And thank you for our beautiful season 1. We are both very appreciative of season 1. And for anyone that stayed for the whole stream, I really appreciate y'all. Season 2, don't know. I don't have a release day yet. If you want to know, join the Discord. But mainly, you might want to join the Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, join the Discord or YouTube. But Instagram is where we're doing a lot of updates. It's easy for us. It's really simple for Science HD. And then Discord is my gaming and Science HD channel, along with my friends. And yeah, so thanks for the green bow ties. I love seeing them. It's going to be a hot minute till I stream again, because I'm packing up to go to college. And that's where season 2 will resume, when we're in college. And we will be in person for that. So next time you see us, we'll be in person.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Also, Matt Ferrito asked if like what kind of millipede it was. I looked it up and I'm not getting an answer on it. I'm wondering if it's just like a millipede thing, like if most millipedes produce this kind of toxin, or unless you know, but
I do. There's 10,000 millipedes, so there's probably like variability in the toxicity. and a lot of them produce secretions to make themselves taste bad, so they could do exactly that, which is just spit them out. Of course, that millipede, not all animals are getting high off of it. A lot of them are like, ew, let me get away from that and not eat it again. Just so happens the lemurs are taking advantage of that. So there's not, I never found a specific millipede either. They were really vague, but it's red, and not all millipedes are red, so that narrows it down.
Yeah, that's what I had to. Just for millipede.
Yeah, it's a red one. And I don't think it's like all lemurs either. It's probably just like a specific area because it's Madagascar. It's not a huge island. But anyways, Take care, everyone. It was amazing. It was amazing working with everyone this season. My production crew, me, Rose, my creation team, Rose, and then the rest of the staff, which is just me and Rose. And yeah, that's all we got, man. That's all we got. I'm gonna play the outro so I can stop doing. I'm terrible at goodbyes. If you haven't caught that. So, Science HD Season 1 is a wrap. Y'all have a good night.
Science HD, Science HD, Science HD, Science HD.